Well, there's me saving this episode because it's Wembley, thinking, hang on, it'll tie in with us bringing it home. And yes, we've done it. Well, we're coming home anyway. So not quite the best idea, if we're honest, was it, to actually try and tie this in? I'm sure everyone wants to stay away from football. Anyway, let's move on. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are on another game hunt, and I'm going to check out a CEX I've not been to in a number of years. So we're heading down to Wembley Central, where there is quite a good CEX from my recollection. If I remember rightly, it's quite a big one. Always had some pretty good stock in here when I used to come down here for events and stuff, but I've not been for a while, so let's check it out and let's see what they've got in store today. If you happen to like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated. Give us a comment, give us a like, share the video, and without further ado, let's see what they've got in store. So as always, what we do, we check out the window first, see what the items are that entice us into the store. If you're not a collector, someone that likes an impulse purchase, you're walking past and you see something, you think, oh my god, I used to have one of those, and it gets you in there. Let's see what they've got. So we've got a Dreamcast there, looking good. We've got a nice GameCube as well. I believe that one is discounted, and I think that's a pretty good price. Now the PSVR 2 dramatically dropping in price, but it's still not a price that I'm comfortable with. And the reason I say this is because it's not supported by its owner. You know, Sony as a company are not supporting this whatsoever. So there's no confidence from me in terms of future games that will come out on the system. As much as I would like to have one, it's going to have to drop to dirt cheap prices before I part with my money. Now, who remembers when the original Xbox One came out? Everyone thought it looked like a VHS. Your standard Mario Kart box set there, and also a nice copy of Mario Brothers Deluxe. One you don't see too often as well there, you've got that Yoshi Wiimote. And I'm not big on your Pokemon games, but I know them sort of things will entice people into the shop, if seen. I have a few friends and acquaintances that are really into that Pokemon stuff, and wow, it is expensive if you go down that rabbit hole. Now this book, I believe, was here the last time I saw a video of this store from Dan the Games Man, that Dungeons and Dragons book there, D&D. So obviously that one's not selling because that was around about August last year. So let's have a look at your PS2 stuff. One of the good things about today, I was there really early, pretty much about 30 minutes, 40 minutes after open time. So I managed to get in there. There was only 2 or 3 people around, which made filming that much easier, and also meant that no one was going to jump on any games or any bargains that I saw before me. Devil May Cry Part 3 there. I believe I need that one. I'm going to have to, whilst I'm in store, I'm going to be checking on my phone to have a look at my Game Eye app, see if I've got that one. I'm certain I need it. I'm not sure if it's the second one or the third. Let's double check before we make a purchase. Killer 7 there. I don't really know much about this game. It's not an expensive game, but it's a more pricey game in that sort of area, £15. And as much as I thought it would look good in the collection, I'm going to do some research, and I might come back down here in a week or two, and fingers crossed it might still be here. However, that is if it's a good game. If you've played that one, Killer 7, let me know in the comments below. Did I miss out on picking that one up? And is it at a very good price? There's one at the bottom there, continues to rise. The Simpson game. It's at a reasonable price on the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 3 and particularly the Xbox, climbing sky high. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's had another price hike by the time you watch this video. One I need for the collection there, The Suffering. I do like the Street Fighter EX range of games. A little bit underrated if you ask me. I've got that one, but wanted to check to see if it's gone up in price anytime recently. In fact, it's gone down. I purchased that not too long ago at 15. It looks like it's at 12 now. If that's a good price for you, I recommend you jump on that quickly because it'll probably go back up. Now let's check out the OG Xbox stuff. I'm a sucker for the Xbox. I really am. I do like collecting for it. And it's strange, you've got the cat in the hat there on the PS2 and the OG Xbox. And I've said it before, a lot of the times the games on the OG Xbox are a little bit cheaper than their PS2 counterparts. And to be honest with you, they don't run no different. Not really anyway, so I'll always have a look and try and pick up stuff for the OG Xbox where possible. Shenmue 1 and 2 there, it's a pretty good purchase at £10. I've already got that one in the collection, however. That does remind me, I need to pick up Shenmue on the Dreamcast at some point. So let's have a look in the glass cabinets area and see what we've got today. As per usual, your PS5s, your PS4s, your PS3s, and in all honesty, a nice selection of colours here. You've got the white ones, you've got your standard black ones, and you've got your PS4 Pros. And stuck in a corner there, like a bit of rubbish, is a PS1. Treated terribly. Couple of really clean PS Vitas there. Never been on my radar, the Vita. I know it's very RPG heavy, so I don't think I'd get a great deal out of it, although I do know the machine is really good. Now, as you can see, I said it earlier, £385. This thing is dropping in price. When it gets to around the £100 to £150 mark, which I've got no doubt that it will, I'll be considering picking it up. Now, I've never seen this in a CEX where they stack the controllers upon each other. It's fine, it's just new to me. All in all, pretty solid selection of controllers here today. Nice colour variants, definitely. That blue one really stands out for me. We've already got the Electric Volt Green at home. And I wouldn't mind picking up another Xbox controller, to be honest with you. And moving on, the one that I use at home. I've got the bland ones. I've got black and I've got white. My son uses the Electric Volt. I'm not allowed to touch it. So over to the Nintendo handheld sort of section where you've got your Switches, your DS's, all that sort of stuff. And as always, in each and every CEX you go, you're going to find stuff for the Switch and different variants of the console. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the DS, but nothing special in terms of variety of DS's here. Those two look quite nice in all honesty, but yeah, no special editions here really. I know people were really heavily into collecting the special editions. Sadly, if you was coming to this branch, you'd be leaving disappointed. Now, CJ the Elephant there, very expensive. I've got that on the Evercade and I can tell you it's not worth that money. Right, let's check out the Wii U, a system I love collecting for, although the titles that I want on it are getting more and more scarce. I didn't see anything here today that I needed in the collection, so I moved on very swiftly over to the Nintendo Wii. Again, there's lots of gems on this system. You've got to dig deep, and unfortunately I've bought most of the games that I probably want on the system, so I am struggling. I'm hoping to find new games that I didn't know about in the past. I know always there'll be gems. I haven't got the knowledge of every release of every system, so always a good time having a look out. But it is difficult going through the amount of shovelware on the Wii. It was one of those systems that sold so well that it was inevitable that sort of stuff was going to come out. Now here's one that you don't see too often, Guilty Gear 4. Already got that one in the collection, however, as I say, it's getting a little bit difficult now when buying for the Wii. However, they did have a really good selection of titles there, and if you were new to buying it for the Nintendo Wii, in this particular branch you would definitely be able to come away with a lot of the better titles nevertheless. Now Scarface on the Wii, I've always stayed away from that and played the PS2 or the OG Xbox version. Now, is there a reason why it's so cheap at £4? It's always stayed and hovered around about that price point. I'm going to guess it's down to the nature of the controls. Let me know in the comments if I'm right on that one, or should I pick it up and give it a go? Now this is a really good game, Wario Land The Shake Dimension. You've got Alan Wake there, Alone in the Dark, a couple of games that are on my radar. I don't think I've got them. I used to have Alan Wake, I think I sold it many moons ago. Alone in the Dark, I know I've got it on the Wii. I don't think I own it on any other system, so I'm going to be resorting to having a look at my Game Eye app and seeing if I need that one today. Now Bayonetta, I think that's like £2. Got to be one of the bargains of the century, really, in terms of gaming. The content, everything about it, really good. And at £2, it's criminal that you can pick up such a game for that money. It's the same with Devil May Cry 4, as you can see there. I think that's like £150. I really enjoyed the fourth one. A lot of people I speak to dismiss it and don't really like it. I thought it was great. There was a couple of bosses in that one, particularly that huge statue boss where you've got to fly across the sky and that. Yeah, that one really bugged me. Now I'm always looking for games like this on the Wii. I find them much better. The Kinect didn't really resonate with me too much. I don't think it resonated with a great deal of people, if we're honest. But those sort of games, your gun shooting games on the Wii, I'm definitely always on the lookout for. You don't see them too often out and about now. Now, why is King Kong £15 on the 360, but yet 50 pence on the PS2? Is it that much of a difference between the games? So let's have a look at some PS5 stuff in this one. Quite a small selection in all honesty, but a couple of obscure bits here. Now this is one I've been thinking about picking up for some time. However, from the reviews that I've read, it takes about 30 minutes to complete. I'm not going to dismiss it totally, but yeah, 30 minutes? I don't know if I want that. Now I am starting to see a few PlayStation 5 games out in the wild that I don't normally see too often, which is nice. We're a good few years into the system's life now, and yeah, to me, it just doesn't seem there's enough out there. Let's have a look at the Switch section here in Wembley today and see if there's anything worth picking up. Beyond the Steel Sky, that looks pretty good actually. Nice artwork on the cover, I must say. We've got Cotton there as well, absolutely brilliant shooter if you like them sort of games. Bendy and the Ink Machine, don't see that one too often on the Switch. I'm still trying to finish that on my Xbox actually. It's one of those games I've got about halfway through and just gave up on. Definitely need to get back into that. It was quite an intriguing title. Now, a lot of people tell me that House Flipper game is pretty good. It sounds really boring, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Have any of you played House Flipper? Now, this game here, Killer Frequency, I really enjoyed this game. And since filming this, I have to say, it's gone down to £6. Now, that, in my eyes, is an absolute bargain. At £8, it's a steal. I thought I got it at a good price when I paid £12. Not many games out there on the Switch for £6, and I highly recommend you get out there, pick that one up before the price, I believe, inevitably shoots back up. Super Putty Squad there, absolute classic from the 16-bit days. I've since picked that up since I filmed this. I got it for £8, so the price has dropped. It was labelled at 12 there. I think £8 is a reasonable price to pay for that. I'm not paying double digits. It's an old, really basic game, but one that I've got fond memories of. Now, a few other sneaky PlayStation 5 games here that I didn't see initially, so let's have a look. Now, this is an absolutely beautiful cardboard sleeve on this game here. It's based on the Monkey King stories, which there's a ton of those games out there, really, isn't there? Apologies for the bad filming here, but there you go. That's what it looks like. And I'll be honest with you, I think I'm going to be looking to pick this one up today at £10. PlayStation 4 now, nothing outstanding here. It's your usual suspects, unfortunately. I've got most of the games that I want that appear in the selection today. So, although I'm browsing and digging deep, initially upon first inspection, nothing I'm looking to pick up today. Got Shadow of the Colossus there, really good game. I managed to pick that up on the PS2 recently, so I'm not going to be double dipping on the PS4 version. And I really got a good copy of that. It's quite rare to see a copy out and about in the wild that's not battered, because it comes in the cardboard sleeve, and yeah, it inevitably gets damaged, you know. And when you see a good one out there, I highly urge you, pick it up, because they're few and far between. No idea what that is. It looks a bit seedy. £45 worth of seediness there. Now, if I was to go for a Five Nights at Freddy's game for my Xbox or my PlayStation, what one would you guys recommend out of the current physical releases out there? I've got Five Nights at Freddy's on my Switch digitally, but I want to try and pick up a physical copy. I wouldn't mind doing some gameplay videos of them. I've got one ready to go, but I wouldn't mind getting a few more done. So I would really appreciate your guys' input on that one. Now, Daymare, I see that there. I've not seen that too often out and about. Don't really know a great deal about it, so I'm going to leave it today. Did I make a mistake there? Let me know in the comments below. Right, let's check out the X-Bone, all the series games. I'm really enjoying collecting for this right now. The prices are so cheap on some really great titles. Look at that monkey ball there for £5. I've already got it on the PlayStation 5, so I won't be double dipping. However, if I didn't have it, that would be an instant purchase today. Kinect Sport Rivals. Yeah, less said the better. I've already spoken about the Xbox Kinect, so I'm gonna say no more. Never actually experienced the one that came with the Xbox One, but I don't envision it to have been much of an improvement, if at all. You see Crackdown 3 there. That game was in development hell for so long, wasn't it? Now look at that, £40 for Deadpool. I believe it's 65 now on the PS4. Right, let's go over and have a look at the PlayStation 3. Another system I'm really enjoying collecting for currently. Definitely a system that I missed during its prime years. I focused a lot on the Xbox 360 rather than a PS3, and I still do, in all honesty. However, looking back, there's a lot I missed out on in terms of the PlayStation 3. So I'm going to be picking up as much as I can on the system, particularly the exclusives where possible. And yeah, I want to boost my PlayStation 3 collection just a little bit more. Not one you see out too often there. £20. I reckon that's going to go up in price at some point. It's not my kind of game, so I'm not going to pick it up today. But yeah, I think that one's going to go up in price. Some of the prices in CEX recently have shot through the roof. Go and have a look at the Xbox 360 stuff, for example. It's absolutely crazy at the moment. It's definitely flavour of the month. This is a really nice slipcover with a steelbook here for Infamous. I think I've already got 2 copies of it, so I'm not going to pick that one up. I think I might live to regret that one. Max Payne 3 there. That's an absolute bargain of a game, I have to say. Probably the best in the series and probably the cheapest. Now there's always a load of Ratchet and Clank style games in any CEX that you go to. I don't think I own a single Ratchet and Clank game. Am I missing out? And no, I'm not doing a Take That sing-along video. We done Robbie Williams. That was enough, thank you very much. Shadow of the Dam there at £25. I believe that's since gone up to around about 28. It's on my radar. Going to be considering that one today. Now there is the forgotten Silent Hill Homecoming. I've got that game on the 360 and never really delved into it too much. I'm currently on a bit of a Silent Hill collecting tip, so I think I will pick that one up soon and give it a go. So while I was paying, let's have a look what they've got behind the counter, where they sort of keep the titles that tend to be over £40. And yeah, there's some good ones here, you can see. Some really, really nice condition Dreamcast stuff as well. That Mario Party looks like it's seen better days. And look at that, an Amiga 32. I would love one of those. I don't think I'd ever play it though. And I had no idea that CEX took Commodore 64s in. So we got some boxed Nintendo cardboard here. Not great, if I'm honest with you, the condition, was it? So anyway, let's have a look at what I picked up today. We picked up Devil May Cry 3 because I checked the Game Eye app, and yeah, I did need this one. I thought I had it for some reason or other, but very happy to put this one into the collection now. Means I've got all the Devil May Cry games. And yes, I picked up this Monkey game, and I don't think I'm ever going to play it, if I'm honest with you. It's definitely a display piece, in all honesty. I've read the reviews, watched some footage. Doesn't look great, but it looks beautiful from the outside. And this is one that is missing from my collection. It shouldn't be. So I had to pick this one up today. God of War Ascension. I've only ever finished God of War 1 and God of War 2. So it's a series that I need to dive into a little bit more. And I think this is a good way to go. So guys, that was Wembley CEX. And that's all we're bringing home today. We're not bringing football home. We're just bringing home a few games. Let me know what you think of the branch. Let me know if there's anything that you think I should have been picking up today. And thank you guys for watching. As always, take care, and I'll see you guys on the next video.